I'm Morgan Murphy. I have traveled 10,000 miles this summer to find the very best food in the South. Come along with me as I show you the South's best restaurants off the eaten path. We're in Gulfport, Mississippi, one of my favorite towns because I'm a Navy guy and this is a Navy town. And Navy folks know where to eat once they hit the shore, so I'm here today at one of my favorites. Now, the question is how to find it. Well, a lot of people used to find it by listening. They could hear the blowflies, which is why they call it the Blowfly Inn. And I tell you what, if you haven't been, it's worth coming to dig into their famous pimento cheese hamburger. It is delicious and I can't wait to have a bite. So I'm here at the Blowfly Inn with Scott Weinberg. Scott, thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you.
This is a delicious smorgasbord of stuff. Tell me what we've got on the table here.
Well, we've got our, it's a roasted red pepper pimento cheese. We put that on top of a hamburger. And,
so it's pimento cheese with no pimento.
Exactly, exactly.
The perfect pimento cheese for me, I love that.
And then we have our seafood pasta. It's got shrimp, crawfish, crab meat, and asparagus and oysters in there.
That's like the whole of the Gulf Coast in a bowl.
Exactly. We sell a lot of the onion rings that we double batter those fresh every order. And then these are our crab cakes. We're kind of famous for these. I worked in DC for 7 years and kind of developed a little southern twist on the crab cakes with a little Creole mayo in there. So it's got a little more flavor than northern crab cakes have. You
got a big fly on that, that crab cake there.
Yeah, that's one of the original flies. Those are hard to come by these days. I just keep a few around for stuff like this.
So when you come to the Blowfly, you get a small fly. If you're a first-time visitor,
we just leave them out on the hostess stand, and they can take as many as they like.
Tell me how the Blowfly came to be the Blowfly Inn.
Well, years ago, a guy up the street had a restaurant, and Mr. Al cooked for friends down here on the water. And it got to be more and more friends, so as it got to be bigger and bigger, people would stop at that restaurant and ask the owner how to get to Al's place. And he got tired of the questions, so he finally said, just follow the string of blowflies, and that gave it its name.
And so what body of water is this? It's beautiful.
That's Bayou Bernard.
Your views up here are incredible.
Well, thank you. It's a fun place to come to work every day.
I'm dying to know how you make this beautiful seafood pasta. Let's give that a shot.
Okay, we'll do it.
Take me out to the kitchen and
Sure.
show me how that's done?
Sure.
All right.
All right, well, I'm getting the pan hot. Then I want to add some butter.
Nothing wrong with butter.
Yeah, and then a little white wine. I saute all the seafood here. We make our own Creole seasoning, so I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning there. This is our seafood Monica sauce. It's a cream-based sauce. It's not an Alfredo, but it's got a lot of flavor to it, a lot of kick to it. Just letting those flavors mix, and that wine and that garlic mixes in there with it. This is a dinner-sized portion right here.
Yes, it is. This is dinner for two.
And there it is.
This is beautiful. Man, look at this pasta. This is, man, you're a genius. This is awesome.
Oh, good.
I love this dish. This is incredible. This is the entire Gulf Coast in one plate. You got to come down and try this. This is great. Thank you for teaching me how to make this.
Yeah,
I'm just going to take this away now.
You have it.
Look at the cornucopia of stuff on this table. Man, I cannot wait to dig into this burger. Now, this is no ordinary burger. This is the Blowfly Inn's legendary pimento cheeseburger, except it's not actually pimento cheese, it's roasted red pepper cheese, but who's quibbling and who cares? This looks delicious. Man, and it's no wonder that this has been voted the best burger in Mississippi. It is tremendous. You've got to get here to Gulfport to try this and come to the Blowfly Inn. I'm Morgan Murphy. You've been watching Off the Eaten Path.